Hello and welcome to the July edition of Made in Lincoln UK. This is a social interactive documentary video magazine reflecting and promoting Lincoln District life and events.
Hi, I'm Kimberly and we're at St Martin's Gallery. This is an A-level exhibition of 2015's work. It's a group of AS and A2 students from Lincoln Minster. These two are my coursework pieces. I made a mask as part of my photography, looking at the topic of identity. And with my mask I took it to Paris with me and started looking at the whole sequence of Alice in Wonderland and the rabbit. And from there I started taking images of different animals and exploring the characters and anthropomorphism within the book. Using different lights, I managed to I took it through a glass ball so the image was quite distorted, and then in Photoshop I manipulated it into the shape of the cat's face. This is a piece I've done for my exam piece. It's based on a novel called The Invisible Man. For this I created a puppet out of tissue paper and then photographed it in positions. I've displayed it in a pyramid, so kind of as if you have to read it like a story. At the top I have the puppet in position like a crucifix, and in the bottom left-hand corner I have the puppet in a position as if praying, to show that it's quite an emotive story. This is Fraser's animation. It's based on cats. That was his exam piece. He's done very well, and it's a high-tech looking promotional piece for Cats the Musical, which he's managed to put into an animation. He's put, I think it's his own music to it, so here we go. Based on Twiggy.
Hi, I'm Lucy. I'm a student at Lincoln Minster School, and this is an AS and A2 art exhibition for fine art. This piece is called Equestrian 1, 2 and 3, and they're bas-relief carvings of a horse in motion, and it's influenced by Edward Muybridge, but also Etienne Mugler and their motion captures of the horse. The Francesca one is, well, both of them, they have a historical kind of influence behind them For instance, the paintings for people who were painting children in the Tudor times, they would make them as look adult as possible, but they still look like children. So May has manipulated this painting to make them look like children, but also with a grown-up point of view. The Timothy one is kind of similar. This was the exam piece she did, and it's the same kind of influence and the historical background of it, but this time it's a boy and trying to make it look like a child, but also trying to keep the adulthood kind of feel into this as well.
I'm Kimberly Pickett and this is my fine art. It's based on artists like David Hockney and Henry Moore as the abstract view of a human figure underwater. To explore this, I've used a mix of medias, including plastic, to give the effect of water, as you can see behind me. This was my exam piece. I followed a theme of wanting to work on sheet metal, but at the same time I also wanted to incorporate mixed media. So with this I've used different textured cardboard, paper, glue, gesso, string. I've mixed sand with glue to give different effects and all sorts. But on the figure itself, I was exploring the foreshortening of the human figure, hence why the feet appear to be grossly large compared to the rest of the body. The title autonomy comes from the muscle structure that I've created into it, as well as the bone structure and the veins that are underneath it's layered, so you can lift those up and have a look if you like. But it's exploring the inside of the human. I find it's important when observing the human figure via art to understand the structure. Andrew Wong's painting influenced by Francis Bacon. He's done a series of different pieces of work that's in the gallery. They all are very similar in that they're quite abstract and quirky. This big one, this is done by a student called Tony Stryden. She based her artwork on street art. That was her main influence. She liked the texture, the rough feel of street art, and looking at different qualities and imagery that's incorporated. This is by Angel Guan. It's named Pomme, which is French for apple. She studied still life throughout her second year of A-levels and really enjoyed it, so she made this piece especially for the gallery.
This is a triptych by May, and she also is into the historical side of things, so she looked into where the triptych came from, and she kind of liked that a lot, so she used it in her work. On the main piece in the middle, there's one at the back.
King John Born on December the 24th, one day before Christmas in the year 1167 in Oxford, John was the last and so the youngest son of King Henry II and Queen Eleanor of Aquitaine, who were known as the Plantagenets. And they possessed in land which stretched from Berwick-on-Tweed near Scotland across the Channel, incorporating the whole western side of France south to the Pyrenees. In 1199, with the death of Richard the Lionheart, John hastily took hold of the throne of England, but there was another contender to the throne of England, Arthur, John's nephew, just 16 years old, who was the son of John's eldest brother Geoffrey, who had been killed in a jousting tournament in Paris years before. And Arthur's claims to the throne of England were backed by the King of France, Philip Auguste. After a battle between King John and King Philip, the young Arthur was captured by John and imprisoned in Rouen. Rumours that he had been drowned in the river Seine soon went around. John's reign was a period of disasters. He became involved with war with France, a quarrel with the Pope and a dispute with the barons. The results were the loss of all of the Plantagenets' possessions in France and the forced agreement of the Magna Carta. During this period, John did not have many allies to rely on, so he was importing French mercenaries to fight for his cause. King John had no intention of complying with the Magna Carta and made his way to Norfolk with his entourage to King's Lynn. Continuing his journey back to Nottingham, making his way via Swinehead Abbey in South Lincolnshire. While crossing the fenland, the tide came rushing in and John lost lots of wagons, men and horses, along with his money boxes, clothes and even the crown jewels. All were lost, all swept away by the force of the tide. In this miserable state of affairs, and with the weather blowing, gusts of rain and approaching the darkness, he struggled on to Swinehead's Abbey to take shelter from the storm and have a meal. The following day, what was left of the group moved on to Sleaford Castle for the night. This is where King John fell ill and bedridden, complaining that the monks of Swinehead had poisoned him. The following day King John was carried on a litter, and they made their way slowly to arrive at Newark Castle. This is where King John died in the year 1216.
quelque chose de très difficile, je recommence.
On Saturday the 27th of June, I made my way to the High Street. It happened to be All Forces Day. With an All Forces Ladies Choir. I then wandered up to St Mark's to meet Steve.
Okay, hello, Steve Jackson my name. I'm the organiser on the music side for Music in the Garden. This is the second event. We kicked it off last year as a trial. We've got six different groups, duos and solo artists performing, and it's just to provide really a bit of atmosphere in the St Mark's area of Lincoln. So each of the acts plays for about 45 minutes, and it all, in theory, should all run like clockwork, which mostly it does. And it's, if the sun shines, which it has been doing today, fantastic. And the PA is provided, so it's quite good for the musicians, and the audience come and they can get some food from the local pub there, the Toby Carberry, and a drink, and they just sit down and just in the garden and just enjoy the music. So it's Music in the Garden, it is what it says on the tin.
body to cause you pain and strife. All I wanna do is live my life, but I can't do that with you bringing me down. Help me get through this. I need a second time around. I'm at a show, yeah, feeling fly, chilling at the moon. You're getting high, then you come along and started bringing me down. Oh baby, turn back the clocks. I need a second time around. This is my only time. There ain't no second time.
Thank you.
Well, there we go. That wraps it up for this edition. Now remember, this is your video platform. If you have any ideas or topics or issues that you feel would be of interest to the people throughout the Lincoln District, then get in touch with me and I'll put it in the big picture.